What? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sean. Every once in a while, and if people are feeling like it, folks on the internet call me Spawnwag. So I'm still working on my Dungeon Keeper place like I was last episode. I've been wandering out in the wilderness looking for some chickens, but I can't freaking find any, dude. I don't really want to pick that up. Should I pick that up? I guess Silk Touch might be interesting. I guess I haven't even actually thought about mushroom blocks and their application in this place. Would be interesting. Would be interesting indeed. I'm not sure where there are anymore. Well, just kidding. I just found some more large mushrooms. So we could have some of these white ones and some of the brown ones and the white speckled red ones. God, I really can't think of anything I would use them for. But I'll tear them down and worry about that in a minute. So I was talking with some of the other hermits, and after a little exploration around here, there's no chickens. Like, no chickens at all. So XB says that there is a box full of eggs in town from the old chicken spot, the old chicken farm that used to be there. So I'm going to go snag that after grabbing a whole bunch of these mushrooms and stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to actually get the hatchery filled up today. In addition to that, we're planning on building, I think, probably the workshop and the library, and I don't know what else yet. Possibly, well, we can do the jail, we can do the arena. We can do a lot of things. I'm excited to keep this thing going. But let's just get those chickens first. So I was thinking about what to do with these mushrooms, and I remembered that there is a casino in Dungeon Keeper, and these things look suspiciously like a dice. Doesn't it look like I'm holding on to a dice with the three sides around? Granted, it's not what the actual three side of a dice looks like. Anyways, they look a lot like a dice if you just quickly glance at them. So I think we can find a way to utilize those mushrooms in the casino. Anyways, let's go ahead and seed our hatchery with eggs. Oh yeah, this is nice. And I'm probably not going to have too many of them. Maybe, like, as many as I get from these eggs without actually breeding any more of them, because I'd like them to be around, but I don't see the need in weighing down the server with a whole bunch of excessive entities. Well, I don't know. Seems like there's not many. Oh, there we go. Got, like, a quadruplets in that one or something. So, yeah, now we got a decent amount of chickens. Is that... Oh, yeah, the babies just disappear from being, like, 10 feet away. That's silly. Anyways, nice. So we got the chickens in the hatchery. Step through here, and we've got the training room. That's good stuff. There's a zombie right above me somewhere. Anyway, so connect. Oh, there we go. What are you doing over here? How'd you even get here, Mr. Zombie? And we've got Wiggles all upset now. Look what you did. You just pissed off Wiggles Jr. Oh, no? No, Wiggles is cool. And it's just the most fickle spider that I've ever seen. It's just like, hey. And it's just like random. All the light levels should be the same. Oh, yep, there we go. There we go. It definitely did not just turn nighttime in that little gap. So I don't know what's going on. See, and now Wiggles is cool again. It makes no kind of sense. Oh man. All right. So now we want to work on building the library, which is going to be a lot of. Why are there dark spots in here? Where are these dark spots coming from? I'll have to see from above. The layer looks nice and filled in now. No dark spots over here? Okay. So I don't know where those zombies were coming from, but we'll just keep on pushing forward. Let's do it. Wiggles, you're getting on my nerves. Are you going to attack me or not? There we go. All right. Come. Come. I don't care if I have to push you. And now he's pissed. Get pissed. No, okay, well, I can push you also. That works as well. Okay, there we go. We're doing it both ways. And climb your pole. No. Wiggles! Climb your pole! Climb. Ow, I'm actually taking damage. There, nope. We got... Okay, Wiggles is up on the Wiggles pole, so we're good. Shouldn't be bothering anyone. I actually have chain leggings for once, so let's just keep on building this place like I wanted to. I wanted to build something that looks like a carpet in here, but I don't know how well that's really gonna look. So I should probably not worry about it yet. I think what I want to do is actually outline it with granite and then fill it in with netherrack, and it won't look exactly, again, won't look exactly like it did in Dungeon Keeper. However, I think that's the closest I can get to a reddish-brown carpet, is combining these two flavors, if you will. Kinda like it. To the untrained eye, maybe if you squint a little, it looks a bit like a carpet. And now we're going to be throwing out the bookshelves and the enchantment tables. This part's going to be the fun part. So we're going to go each of the bookshelves up by 2, and then we're going to skip a block and then have an enchantment table. And that's sort of how this place is built in the game. It's got these weird little floating bookshelf things. So let's see, separate you by 1. We'll put the enchanting table right there, and we'll try and actually make this as effective as possible. I forget if you put... No, you don't pull ones from the diagonals. So we shouldn't worry about putting the bookshelves on the diagonals, although I'm probably going to anyways. But on at least one of the diagonals, we'll have another enchantment table, because it is just sort of random. Enchantment table right there, and then bookshelf in the corner. And I think that's actually all we need to do. So we want to have at least one other layer of netherrack going around the outside of this place. And then another layer of the granite, I believe is what we're using. Yep, the granite. Go around the outside of this place. And then we'll look at it from the top down after we put the walls on and see what it looks like. Aside from decorating the wall with a few torches, I'm not sure what else. They have like this weird alcove thing that I'm not sure how to really make with single blocks. I guess I could put stairs sideways, but it wouldn't work too well with having solid blocks right there, so I'm not quite sure how to go about that. I guess what we could do, which might be interesting, is making it all dirt up here. Then we could totally put in our alcove. Let's do that. I'm gonna put in a little alcove. We can put something inside the alcove. I'm not sure what yet. A small thing, maybe like a switch, because they look kind of switch-like. And then we'll put all dirt in behind it, because there is dirt in Dungeon Keeper, as of course there seems to be with all this other stuff. So we don't need actually a whole lot just to fill in a top layer. That's all we're going to need. And we need something redstone-y. I just realized I don't even have a redstone chest. Do I have anything in here that would feign? Actually, like a cobblestone wall, I think would be perfect. And some iron bars, maybe. Just something to put inside a little alcove, and then we put stone behind it, and then dirt on top. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second here. So we'll have, let's say, just 2 of these things. Just 2 of them. And I can't really see, so we'll go ahead and fill in the back first. Right there, and right there. And then we put something to fill in the alcove. Let's try cobblestone. That kind of fills it up a lot. Let's try it with just some iron bars. There we go. That's sort of dungeony looking. That's sort of dungeony looking. So we'll throw up some torches along the sides, and this is going to be our path to the arena right through there. Go ahead and put up more torches on each one of these walls, and I think that will be good. So now from up here, we're going to take the dirt and fill in the top of this place and see how that ends up looking. Oh yeah, I really like that. It just looks like that area hasn't been dug out yet, which is totally what I was going for. I'm probably like a skeleton. Look at that! I've even got monsters in my Dungeon Keeper place. I wonder if I could realistically find a way to No, they would just be fighting me all the time. I could use snowmen. We could build a snowman battling a zombie in the battle pit. It's called a battle pit, by the way, not the arena. I kept getting the name wrong. So I think just in the effort of making sure this place isn't totally symmetrical everywhere, I'm going to throw some more dirt, like, down here. Yeah, and then the battle pit can be, like, right... It'll be, like, a little... Not quite L-shaped, but it'll have a little inlet right there, I guess. It'll have, I guess, a second inlet where the dirt is on that side. And it's kind of cool, I guess, using all the dirt to fill in the backs of this area anyway. Normally, you use something that isn't, like, that doesn't require 3x3s, so you end up putting layers or treasuries or something down there. Also, I had more ideas for the layers. I could use cakes to look like one little home of something. We could use some tall grass. It's going to require using some bone meal again and again and again to look like tall grass. But really, the trick is just going to be to make it look like every other spot has a thing, rather than just placing them randomly. It has to look sort of uniform, sort of like a checkered pattern. Anyway, so with the battle pit, we're going to be using mostly stone bricks on the ground. I haven't quite decided... Hey, skeleton. Haven't quite decided what I want to use for the bottom yet, but we're also going to use levers around the outside to mimic the spikes. Hey, dude! Dead. Beautiful. It's just beautiful. That's the only word to describe it. It's starting to look a lot like Dungeon Keeper. I think after I finish the next room, which actually all we really need to do, I think, is put a workshop right here, some more treasury over there, and then on this side, we need to have a jail and an altar. And I think that'll be done. That'll be like every room that is the iconic Dungeon Keeper room to me. I know there's some extra ones that I'm forgetting right now, but I can't quite think of them at the moment, and that's just fine. And then we can start actually putting monsters in this place. I had the idea we could put, like, a snowman and a zombie in this pit, and he should be able to just permanently keep him away, right? I hope so. I think so. But anyways, next up is gonna be really quick, like, throwing down the jail and the treasury. This is an open room. This is probably going to be the best spot to put the altar. The altar needs to be big. I mean, we can do whatever we want with it. It's basically just water. But in order to make it look like Dungeon Keeper, it's got to be basically a big thing of water with an altar in the center of the water. So we can have the altar in this corner, treasury back off there, jail, and then workshop. And I guess we could just make that the workshop. No, the workshop, the Minecraft workshop looks nothing like the Dungeon Keeper workshop, unfortunately. There's just too much stuff you need to workshop with in Minecraft. Although I suppose we could easily have, like, a ladder or some hidden area in the workshop so we can actually get our work done. Anyways, I'll get on that right now. So it's pretty dark, and that sucks. And apparently, spiders can spawn on top of the dirt roof right here, which is most definitely ruining the illusion. I'm not sure even how to combat that, to be honest with you. Well, at least he fell right off immediately. So anyways, next I want to build the temple, which is going to be off over in the Junior Whales corner over there. I had a creeper and a skeleton inside the pit, but doesn't look like that's happening anymore. So to build the temple, we're going to rely heavily on cobblestone walls. We're going to be using some water, and I'm going to attempt to use some iron bars to mimic the look of a hand of a statue coming out through the water, and this thing's going to have water. It's also going to have cauldrons in the corner. I don't want to forget that, so I want to craft those cauldrons up right now. At least 4 of them. Don't know how many more, but at least 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll be good. And then, yeah, we'll get to work on this thing. We'll see how all these cauldrons look, and it should, I'm optimistic. What? You just decided to go for a swim, spider? That's cool, I guess. You're gonna face some drowning issues in a second here. You just don't even feel like climbing out? Well, that's... Well, no, look what you meant. Well, now you're gonna climb. Well, you're just making a big old complicated mess out of things, aren't you? Go. Go hang out with Junior Wiggles. Wiggles Jr. Whatever. Alright, so now I gotta clear this last one up. Ugh. Now we have a shrine fit for a king. That was the closest I could get to making a hand out of a gauntlet. I could put another wall right here, but then that wouldn't connect. And I guess, you know, we could have fingers coming up on each side. That would kind of work. I don't suppose there's any place I can actually get up, is there? No, there's actually really not any place I can get up. Let's do this. Let's slab our way over here, and then maybe get some fingers on each side. I think that looks better. Looks slightly more hand-like. I mean, not really like a hand at all, but it looks a little more pronged, like it does in Dungeon Keeper. We'll finish the last one over here. And unfortunately, one problem that I keep running into is the wiggle matrix. We're gonna have to deal something with Wiggles over there. With Wiggles Jr. Hold on a second. Let me throw down iron bar on the iron bar. Bam. And then that is as done as the temple's gonna get. It's unfortunately a little bit too bright in here, but not much we can do about that. We have already got a lot of monsters spawning around this place. So my concern with Wiggles, other than the fact that he's getting in the freaking way, let's get rid of you, is that he is gonna get himself drowned somewhere. And of course we don't want that, so we're gonna have to find something to do with you, Wiggles. I think what is actually, oh, you know what's just gonna be a really good idea is just keeping him under the dirt over here. That way we can access the Wiggles whenever we want. We'll keep him mostly safe for the time being. It'd be a lot easier if you just stop hitting me. Did you know that? Alright, there we go. So he's good in there. Go ahead and throw a torch back up right here. We know how to get to him. I just want to finish building all this place first. And the very last step of this room is to build cobblestone with the half slab right there. And now I'm gonna add in the workshop, which is really not a whole heck of a lot. It's just gonna be a few, sort of like the library, just like a checkered floor, not even a checkered floor, just like a square floor pattern, plus a few individual things sticking up here and there. So it's just gonna be like furnaces and armor stands and stuff like that. And I'm probably gonna build it right on over here. And this is it for the finishing touches to this place, you guys. Or, sorry, not the that is it for the jail. That is it for the jail for right now. Unfortunately, it does look like I'm running out of time, so I'm not able to finish as much as I wanted, which is, it's pretty, But I think because I have so much left to do still, it pleases me to know that we'll probably do at least one more episode on this place. You notice I also threw in a little extra treasury right there, just for the heck of it. So some of the things that I want to do are getting rid of all the water and glass. They're done. They're useless. All they do is hinder the view of looking down inside this place. Can we get a solid... There we go. Something that breaks down instantly, that doesn't turn into anything else when I mine it. When you look down at this place, I would very much like to be able to see an unhindered view of the entire Dungeon Keeper dungeon. We're going to take some monsters and throw them inside the jail. Possibly even that creeper for being a jerk. We are going to build a workshop. It's going to be like a workshop, and I've decided I'm going to have dirt, like we have back over there. I'm going to have dirt hide the actual Minecraft workshop behind the Dungeon Keeper workshop. We also need to throw in a casino. I'm not sure how. We've only got room for like one more building. I guess we still got room back there if we wanted to turn that into the casino or something. But anyways, yeah, so I gotta put monsters inside this jail. I would like to put a few monsters inside the battle pit, the arena area over there. and mess around with these chickens a little bit, build the extra bedding on the lair, and all sorts of little tiny additions, fun little side things that mostly, for the most part, aren't building. Aside from these couple rooms, it's just going to be running back and forth and doing little chores, taking out the watering glass and stuff. But that's all we have time for today, guys. I would like to thank you for joining me. Don't forget to check out hermitcraft.com. Add me on Twitter if you'd like to tweet twits at me. And I will talk to you next time.